for the American presidency. Trump denies the Times reporting, calling it, wait for it, fake news. He even calls Pratt a, quote, red-haired weirdo, end quote. Representatives for Pratt didn't respond to several requests for comment. That is where we start the hour with some of our most favorite experts and friends. Former acting assistant attorney general for national security at the U.S. Department of Justice, Mary McCord, is here. Plus, our friend Andrew Weissman is back with us, also a former top official with the Justice Department, and former FBI counterintelligence agent Pete Strzok is here. Pete Strzok, I start with you because I believe the title of your book gets just at this: a president who is compromised by, to be totally blunt, his business failures, his desperate need for money, and his complete lack of regard for U.S. national security. What do you make of this new reporting?
Well, Nicole, I think as you look at what Jack Smith appears to be pursuing, he's exploring all the different ways and reasons that Donald Trump may have kept classified information. Now, the interesting thing is those are exactly the ways that a hostile foreign intelligence service would seek to elicit classified information from him. So whether he's, trying to, denigrate Mark Milley by presenting classified information about an Iran war plan, whether he's trying to get additional donations from an Australian cardboard box manufacturer, whether he's posing with selfies with any number of scantily clad women around Mar-a-Lago, it is clear that one of the ways he is using this classified information that he kept, or used that information, is to, make somebody look bad, is to impress somebody. But guess what? Every intelligence service in the world, including the CIA here at home, but overseas in Russia and China, are well aware of using these exact motivations to extract classified information, to extract national defense information from people. That is their job, that's their profession, and they have millions and millions of dollars to do it. And so what we're seeing is evidence that when it comes to Trump, these techniques work. And what I worry about is not so much what he told some Australian businessman, although it concerns me hugely and is just devastating if he's talking about the capabilities of our nuclear submarines. If he is doing that or sharing that with an Australian businessman who's willing to describe that to Jack Smith, what on earth has he told somebody who's acting as an agent of the government of Russia, of the government of China? Somebody who has got in close to him and gotten the same sort of information. It is absolutely devastating from the perspective of what Trump was not doing to protect our national security. And I think we're seeing Jack Smith just, articulate and explore all the different reasons why Trump kept this information.